Hello and welcome back to Frogboy X1 Gaming. I'm Andrew and we're checking out Sword Fairy Together Forever on the PlayStation 4. So if you like this content, don't forget to like and subscribe. Let's go ahead and check this out. We're just going to go ahead and start the game. We're going to just play through it till we get to the village. And we're going to look at this. We're going to see how it looks. I can already tell you from the very beginning right there that the settings are a little bit cut back for sure. I am playing this on a 1440p monitor, so essentially the visuals are gonna somewhat look okay, but I'm curious to see how this works because it is running at 60 frames a second on PlayStation 5 at 1080p, so I'm curious. I'm really curious. Alright, so you can definitely tell that some of the visuals are, like the textures are really cut back. I just want to see what this frame rate's going to look like. Now, I am running this on the PlayStation 5 in backward compatibility mode, so essentially is what we're getting as the PS4 Pro code right now. Wow. My character looks a little bit... not too bad, actually. Not too bad, actually. I mean, the textures are actually... like the geometry and stuff is a little cut back for sure, but I mean overall, actually, interesting. This actually feels pretty smooth. It's not a super drastic. Yeah, that's not super drastic at all in the cut down. This feels pretty decent. I mean, the visuals are cut back just a little bit from what they are on the PlayStation 5. But my gosh, like you see right here, like this stuff right here, those definitely look cut back. Sorry, you kind of gotta move through this. Whoa. So I mean, I've got this whole section recorded on the PC at max settings. So I will run these side by side when I'm done with this, and just kind of show you just what to expect. I mean, yeah, some of those effects are kind of cut back a little bit. But you know what, man? If you're playing this, I mean, it does feel like it's 30 frames a second though. This does feel 30 frames a second. Like I don't feel like I have as much control over my character as I do on the PlayStation 5 or the PC for sure. Yeah, it just feels a little bit slower in motion. But I mean, like when you pan the camera, like look at this. Like that looks pretty smooth. So, I don't know. That looks really smooth. That doesn't feel like 30 frames a second, which is weird. I don't know. Oh wait, I think I have motion blur. Oh, I gotta push that thing. Oh, I see. I think I have motion blur engaged. So let's just run fast. Yeah, you can definitely tell there's a hit to the textures for sure. Everything's falling apart. No, don't fall apart. I like this game though. Boom. QT. Whoa, QTEs. And I mean, honestly though, like this doesn't This doesn't look bad compared to what. I mean, it does feel responsive, but then at the same time it doesn't, if that makes any sense. Yeah, ooh, it took a minute. Okay, so when you take them out, the effect from them like disappearing is way toned down. Way toned down from what it looks like on the PC and the PlayStation 5. So you are getting definitely higher settings. Whoa, and these guys here are new. These guys weren't here on the other builds. These guys are way new. Yeah, these guys were never here. Yeah, you just run right through this area. Wow. Yeah, you could tell that stuff's a little cut back. Oop, QT. Whoa. Whew. Now I've played a little while into this game, and there's not like there's not like a whole bunch of those QTEs so far, but like it is kind of weird to have them, but not too weird. Wow. Run fast, run fast. I don't know, man. It kind of feels like this game is like playing in slow motion compared to what I've played on the other consoles. Like this kind of just feels like it's running in slow motion. So that's kind of weird. Yeah. This feels like it's running in slow motion for real. Wow. Yeah, I feel like I don't feel like I have as much. Yes, skip tutorial. See, that's new as well. Oh man. We'll just use that on those guys. Yeah, this feels a little bit slower, but I mean, it's still playable, obviously. It's taken a lot longer to get through this guy because it feels infinitely slower to the combat. So, I mean, it just feels a little bit weird on this. It just feels like everything's running in slow motion. But, yeah. Ooh. I mean, for the most part, everything else is pretty much the same. The settings are definitely cut back a little bit. Textures are definitely cut back, for sure. I mean, we'll definitely have this all running side by side on the for the PC version. Nice. Huh. Oh wow, there's a loading screen in between that. Was there a loading screen before? Yeah, I think there might have been. It's pretty fast loading though. On the PS5 version, of course. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Takes a second for the visuals to load. There's definitely not as much tessellation in the ground here or in the walls. That looks pretty scaled back. Really scaled back, to be completely honest with you. In here's scaled back. All the textures are missing on the rocks and stuff right there. And I mean, technically, this should be the PlayStation 4 Pro version. If this even got a PS4 Pro version, to be completely honest with you, I don't know if it did. This might just be the same across the board. I mean, you look at the ground right here, you look at the walls. Yeah, this looks so stripped back. But I mean, it is the same experience, though. For the most part. Like, I mean, this is clearly playable. Gosh, I can't even get it this low looking on the PC version. Oh man, I hate how it makes you walk through this section. I'd rather just be able to run through it. Yeah, this is it's pretty interesting, to be completely honest with you. Wow, look at that. No texture on that. I mean, this here kind of has me thinking, like, do they even use the PlayStation 4 as like the base console to develop this on, or did they just strip it back and strip it back and strip it back and strip it back until it worked? That's kind of what I'm thinking right now. Like, this just, I don't know, man. Like, some of the stuff, like the texture and the clothing and stuff, looks pretty close to what you're getting on the PlayStation 5 and stuff. I mean, that texture and that rock and all that looks pretty good. You know, his face, the eyes, stuff like that. It's like these right here look really close. They don't look way stripped back at all. But then when you, because we've all seen the PlayStation 4 Pro put out some really impressive visuals. So for this to not be able to hit at least, you know, those higher qualities that the PlayStation 5 is doing at 30 frames a second, you know, even like this looks pretty stripped back for a PlayStation 4 Pro version of this. Like this does look pretty freaking stripped back, to be completely honest with you, when you're in gameplay, but stuff like this right here doesn't look too bad. Like this is almost like it's a cutscene. I mean, this looks pretty close. I'm excited to see what the actual world looks like here in a minute. Oh man. See, yeah, I mean, like this all here is holding up pretty good. To what the other part of the game looks like. So, yeah, I'm feeling like they yeah, this looks pretty close, like right here, like these cutscenes and stuff. So they got to be pretty much the same. Let's see. Yeah, this looks almost identical. That's weird. This doesn't have that frame pacing that it does on like the PC and the PlayStation 5. This looks like super smooth. Well, a lot smoother. So that's interesting. Yeah, look at that. Both the PlayStation 5 and the PC, they do like this stutter as this goes by. They're probably running this so the PlayStation 5 and the PC are running it in real time, where this here is all filmed. I'm assuming, because we're not getting those micro stutters. We're not getting a micro stutter, so this is obviously just video and not running in real time. That would explain why the visuals aren't cut back on here a lot. That's pretty weird. Someday we'll get better looking fur hair in. Yeah, see, here's a loading screen, so that's clearly not something that was part. I mean, yeah. So that would explain that. All right, let's take a look at this. Yep, everything's all. You can already tell everything was already stripped back. Yep, look at that. All the texture in the ground and everything is missing. Huh. Like normally it looked like she has white legs, like she's wearing like some kind of a white pants, but that just looked like she wasn't wearing any pants. That's weird. Okay, yeah, textures are a little bit stripped back in the clothes and stuff like that. But I mean, for the most part, it still holds up fairly decent. Okay, yeah, whoa. Definitely stripped back in vegetation. Trees still look all right. I mean, maybe, yeah, there's no way you can get it this low. Look at that. Bing. Oh, look at these guys. Bad guys. Bad guys. Oh, wow. Yeah, that is way stripped back. Way stripped back. Wow. Look at that. But, I mean, it still looks alright on this 1440p monitor. I mean, it's still playable looking. Oh, yeah. Look at this guy, man. Mr. Potato Plastic Head. He looks all plastic. Hello. Oh, wow. Wow. That's terrible. Oh, man. Wow, the effects are cut way back. Like for her moves and stuff, they were like cut way back. See, I'll show you here in just a second when it's all charged back up. Yeah, those effects are pretty cut down. These settings look fairly low, for real. Yeah, normally it looks like she's wearing like white pants on the other versions. That's weird. Oh yeah, look how cut back that is. Ooh boy. Interesting. No. Yeah, the texture in the apple looks cut back and everything. Not as much texture in the clothes. Wow. I don't know if there's that much missing grass, too. I gotta fight these guys. So yeah, there's a lot of vegetation's missing. Like the vegetation has pretty much been drastically reduced. Like way drastically. So yeah. Okay, whoa. Look at that. Like the trees are kind of popping in and stuff. Oh yeah. Yeah. You're missing shadows. You're missing a lot. You're missing textures on stuff in the distance. Like, wow. We'll just run around here just for another second or two. Oh, wow. Wow. I mean, the funny thing, though, is the frame rate feels pretty decent. Like I said, like, this doesn't feel like 30 frames. Like, this feels a lot smoother. Get out here and we'll look at this stuff right here. I mean, yeah, this just looks more stripped back, but I mean, it's still playable. It's pretty decent. So, all right, I'm going to go ahead and let you go with this video. I'm going to run the PC version side by side with this, so you can kind of see for yourself if this is something you want to pick up. If you like this content, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.